You know, this guy, he is our worst prime minister in Australian history. And I'm not the only one saying it now. I know I was probably the first one to say it repeatedly, but now everyone is saying it. But that's not the end of his achievements. He has now become Australia's most embarrassing prime minister. Okay, stay with me, and you're going to cringe. You're going to look at him like this because you got to remember his background. Okay, so he is the leader of the Labor Party, Labor being lefties. You know, they try to lecture the world on misogyny and homophobia and, manners and compassion and all that BS. And refugees are welcome. Yeah. In fact, the term misogyny was introduced into popular culture by one of his predecessors, Julia Gillard, Australia's first prime minister. She called the opposition leader of the time, Tony Abbott, a misogynist. And that's when the term misogynist became popularized all over the world, because here she is, first female prime minister of Australia. A huge accomplishment at that time. People were looking out for Hillary Clinton to become America's first president. So, these lefties, these people were flying high at that time. So fast forward, 14 years later, this is a Labor prime minister saying on a podcast, watch this, it is extremely embarrassing. Let me caution you, you are going to cringe.
We're at rapid fire questions now. Every guest gets asked these. Shag, marry, date. Kylie Minogue, Nicole Kidman, or Rhonda Birchmore?
I've just got married. I'm only 6 months in.
But if it goes tits up, let's just pretend.
Oh, Kylie, clearly.
You'd marry Kylie and Shagger and date her?
All of the above.
Oh, my God.
All right, it's a triple.
She's terrific.
She's terrific. Anyway, so that got picked up by the media. This happened about a month ago. And he was embarrassed. People asked questions. But okay, you might say, oh, that's not too bad. Okay, well, something else has surfaced from the same podcast. And this is much worse. This has caused a diplomatic row. Watch this. Something even worse came out of the same podcast. Listen to this.
Do you believe Anthony Albanese? Because he's been called out over a joke that he allegedly told about the leader of Japan, but he says we're all confused and he's done nothing wrong. Australia's former ambassador to Japan has slammed the comments. The PM made the joke on that podcast that he did with Nicky Osborne, the comedian. That's the same podcast where he was talking about shagging Kylie Minogue. And Nicky asked him about the gifts he'd received from other world leaders. This was Albo.
Tell you something I got recently here that was pretty strange, but ended up being quite good.
Yeah.
Was a melon. The Japanese Prime Minister brought a melon.
How did he get that through customs?
It's a royal melon.
Oh, she smuggled. It was a she.
She?
Did she smuggle it?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm expecting.
Got a couple of melons.
She brought two.
She brought two, as you do.
So as the
She brought two. Look at his hand gestures. What a creep. What a creep. He's trying to be funny here.
Oh, I'm expecting.
Got a couple of melons.
She brought two.
She brought two, as you do.
So as the PM cracked the joke, he made suggestive hand gestures in front of his chest. He's yet to apologise for it, and now Australia's former ambassador to Japan has called the joke insulting. Mr. Yamagami says the recent joke delivered by Anthony Albanese is how he might be remembered by the Japanese. The last thing our Prime Minister expected was to be casually mocked by the trusted leader of Japan's strategic partner. The former ambassador...
Japan is one of our key allies, and apparently it became a big issue in Japan. But they're so embarrassed, the Japanese Prime Minister is so embarrassed that apparently they actually don't want to talk about it, and they have quietly registered their protest with the Australian government. Can you imagine this? Your Prime Minister is making lewd gestures about a foreign Prime Minister, his peer, who also happens to be a woman. Even if she was a man, I still reckon that's so beneath a Prime Minister. But come on. And these guys lecture Trump? Trump is Trump. We know who Trump is, okay? But even Trump hasn't said anything like that. He has behaved much better than this since he's become president. Disgusting. What an embarrassment. National embarrassment.
Writes in The Australian, Prime Minister, please think about Japan's sweet and juicy melons without thinking about a woman's anatomy. Instead, focus on what our two countries must do together. But now the Prime Minister's office is saying, no, we're all confused. They say the comment, which has been widely interpreted as a reference to the Japanese leader's body, has been misunderstood.
Oh, really? What is this? As you do. He said she brought 2 melons, as you do. With that, oh my God, with that cartoonish look on his face. Disgraceful.
Good. They say the assertion is wrong.
Oh.
Let's just have a listen to the end of that gag again.
See how dishonest these people are? I mean, he's actually trying to, his office is trying to fool the entire world, and he's trying to hide behind those clever puns that he used. It's like, I didn't mean it. Melons? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I was just referring to melons. You dirty people, where's your head going? He's gaslighting us. He's gaslighting the whole country and Japan. Let's watch it again.
What do you reckon the PM was talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm expecting.
Got a couple of melons.
She brought 2.
She brought 2, as you do.
Oh, come on, Albo. I mean, we've all told a boob joke. Mind you, I think the last time I did was probably in year 7 or year 8.
Melon is the go-to word whenever you want to make a boob joke. And that's beneath a prime minister. A prime minister cannot be saying these things. A comedian says it, fine. I mean, that woman actually egged him on. She was, signaling that, and he just played along. Well, that's what happens, because he's a geek. He's an embarrassment. He's not a funny man. I think he just got carried away. He just was like, oh, this is my time to be funny. I get it with the Kylie Minogue question. He was led to that point, but this one, he voluntarily introduced, let me tell you about something funny about melons. Takaichi's melons. As you do. Like, Jesus Christ. What an embarrassment. But check out his response. This is satisfying, okay? You're going to like that. Watch this. What a disgrace. National embarrassment. I'll tell you that. Watch this.
I've talked here today. Use my hands. Look, I've answered this question many times. The fact is that the Japanese Prime Minister
She's got good
I
melons.
have a very good relationship. The Japanese ambassadors made very clear statements, indeed,
about her melons.
about how warm our dinner was, and it was indeed. It was fantastic.
Because she brought 2 melons.
Hey, mate, go and ask 1,000 workers what they care about today. Honestly, this is the biggest announcement for this region in a generation.
Oh, Chris Minns, New South Wales minister, saved him. He's like, let's talk about something that's more important. Something more important than Takaichi's melons that our Prime Minister is so keen on. Disgraceful. Guys, is it a surprise that the whole of Western civilization is falling apart? Look at the people sitting above us. Jesus.